I'm excited to be going to Ronnie Scott's street party today. World famous jazz club holding a street party in 5th Street in London, and I'm off. Excited. Been excited for weeks. Weeks until it is day before yesterday, I spotted an advert for it with some pictures from his original one, which was back in 2019, and discovered this big, huge crowd. Must have been thousands there on 5th Street. I don't do crowds very well, so that's got me a bit nervous. Kind of woke up this morning and thought, Sonia, why are you doing this? What are you trying to prove to who? It's the same sheesh, different day. But I've got my trip with me. I don't know if you can see that. I thought to myself, let me do this. Take my trip with me. If I drink it now, by the time I get to 5th Street, I won't have that anxiety about the crowds. And, I guess sometimes you've got to force yourself to do these things, right? I'm forcing myself to do this because I don't like crowds. But let's call that exposure therapy. And I'm looking forward to this evening because I've booked a ticket to go to one of these Candlelight concerts at Westminster Hall, and I can't even tell you how excited I am for that. I've wanted to do that for years, and now I'm going to get to do it. I'm feeling happy. I wasn't before I left. Well, I'm wondering, how long it will be in my life before I stop feeling like this. This anxiety, this I don't want to leave. Why am I doing this? Feeling, and then forcing myself out the door. My son encouraged me today, like, come on, Mum, have fun. You'll enjoy it. Yeah. But now that I'm on the train where I'm heading, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And I get to, at least step outside Ronnie Scott. It's not quite the same as going to it, but at some point, I'm going to book and go there and enjoy it. Have a night out. On my own, of course, because Solo&Sovereign. I was on the train, and the train driver stopped the train. He reckoned he could smell weed. Pops his head out and says, "Can you smell weed?" And he talked to me for a couple of seconds, and he said, "Where are you going?" I was kind of taken aback, but I said, "Going to Ronnie Scott's street party." And then at the next station, he stopped the train again. I said, "Oh, I didn't mean to be rude. I just meant, where were you getting off?" I explained to him where I was going and why. Imagine that all of this happened in a couple of seconds. And he said, "Oh, have you been doing some filming on here?" And I said, "I did a little bit." He said, "Oh, you should have got me in the picture." And he sat down next to me, and we took a picture together. He went back and drove the train. I think he liked me. He was a really nice man, but Solo&Sovereign. And as usual, I'm lost.
Turn left onto Tottenham Court Road.
I haven't got a clue where I am. It's such fun. Well, I don't know what this is, but their songs are magic heart, and the force. Lots of little children in here. Oh, it's called the Enchanted Forest. That. Wow. What a lovely thing for children. This is on Charing Cross Road. If you want to bring your children. It's really quaint here. Lots of little eateries, buns and bakeries. It's so full up. It feels amazing to be back in the West End. The sights, the sounds, the
Turn left
smells,
onto Greek Street.
the excitement, the memories, you know. I'm about to walk onto Greek Street where my dad used to take us as kids. Find ourselves walking around Chinatown, Leicester Square, Soho. Oh man, sometimes I miss my life. Sometimes. I thought it was bad when we were kids, but actually we had it better than we thought. We're almost there. I can hear the throb of music. And it is, of course, teeming.
Turn left onto Frith Street.
Don't know how long I'll be staying in this. This is ridiculously full up. I haven't even got into Fifth Street yet. Nowhere to move by the looks of it. Look at that. I don't think we're even getting up there. Got toilets though. I feel like I completely regret this. Can't see a thing. Can see the porta toilets there. Should have come at 11 o'clock. And I'm not staying there. Yep. I can't do that. It's no movement. There's no way closer to the stage. There must be probably a couple of thousand people there, all standing still and all crowding. And if anything goes wrong, you know, if it kicks off or and sometimes these things kick off, you're screwed. So I don't like to be in harm's way. I did tell you I didn't like crowds. That crowd's way too much. But I made it to Ronnie Scott's street party. I needed to get a close-up of his sign. And that's about it. I don't know what else to do with myself, so I'm just going to walk around. I think maybe we'll look for Leicester Square. I haven't been to Leicester Square for years and years. What good fun, eh? What good fun. I bumped into this chap here.
Yeah. 3 t-shirts, Hoodrich promo. Hope she gets one.
So I got stopped outside this pop-up shop for a brand, as you saw with the young man outside. It's Hoodrich. And I bought some Hoodrich stuff for my son in the past. So it's a wait. And it is absolutely stifling hot down here. I don't understand why they wouldn't have done it upstairs, but hey hey. And the queue's something else. But I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna wait for a little while. See if I can get something from my boy. So they said 10 to 15 minutes. I've done about half an hour now. Still nowhere near the top of the queue. But I guess I'll reach there soon enough. Got a free drink while we're in this queue. A rapper called Aitch, it's his brand. Ooh, exciting. I'm getting lots of free in here, so it was worth coming to London, even if I didn't get to stay at Ronnie Scott's. Coming to the end. It's quite large. Yeah, it should fit him. And what's the size? So, this is how the red looks on the back. That's this one. I like that one. This one? Yeah. Yeah. This red looks there. Yeah. And then that's this one as well. I like the red one. Yeah. Yeah. On the front or on the back? On the front, yeah. Please, yes. Yes, black t-shirt and then the twin. So this is Hoodrich. Today I'm getting a free t-shirt. This nice young lady here is printing it for me. Lovely. Thank you very much. It's worth the wait. Cheers. Thank you. Oh, thank heavens for that. I've got the t-shirt. 10 to 15 minutes, he says, but actually, that's more like an hour and a half, I'm sure. Soho Square Gardens. There's a lot of people in here. It's quaint though. I can imagine that in bygone years, this must have been such a lovely little place to take a walk. Victorians in their dresses, having a stroll, being accompanied by chaperones in the days when the world was clean. So I've decided I'm going to go up to Chinatown. I'm going to go and see if I can get myself a nice little wonton soup. So it's not quite the day out that, I had anticipated, but to be honest with you, I couldn't have done that crowd. There was just nowhere to move. Everyone was shoulder to shoulder. It was a little piece of hell for me, and probably for most people. Oh, they've made it a pedestrian zone. Wow. Used to be able to drive up all these roads. You can see that one car there. Look at that. Well, everyone's enjoying themselves. At least we've still got pubs left in London. Various rules and regulations and economies and shut down most of the pubs, but not in central London. That's nice. Oh, the smell on Greek Street. Oh, it smells amazing. And there, folks, is the start of Chinatown. Oh, it looks amazing. Brings back so many memories. I stopped coming here because there was a little space of time where there was some little scandals over the food hygiene in Chinatown, and so I stopped eating here. Oh, the smell of the Chinese is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So this is Gerrard Place. It leads on to Gerrard Street. And then we're in the heart of Chinatown. This gate's been here. It's been here since I was a little girl. Long before that, probably. Things have changed a little bit. Not least the crowds. Never used to be packed like this. But the restaurants are all there. We never had this before with the tables outside. That wasn't a thing. But we would walk up and down here, and I used to be longing to go in, have a sit down and have a restaurant with my parents, but that wasn't a thing. We just came up here for the ambiance. We go into Soho and get a salt beef sandwich on rye. Oh well. Oh, I miss those days. But that looks good. There used to be a place further back that maybe it's around the corner that sold the best wonton soup ever. You don't see that anymore. I guess I've come into London in time to have stood still. Don't know what any of it says. 本身可能没有把神佛信仰当作重点，而是着眼于人世之理。但是人则是生活在一个现实的时代，儒家文化是在一个有神所。Thank you. Looks like fun. It's funny to me, you used to be able to drive up this road. Oh my word, it's still here. This is the shop with all the sides, donuts and the buns. My word, I'm so shocked. It's still here. All these years. That is crazy. I used to come up this road and really, really, really want the donuts. They looked amazing. I remember the first time I did have one, it was just full of air. What's this now? This little bakery here looks amazing. It's cream, it's not ice cream, I don't think. I don't know. Is it ice cream?
Yes.
Like it's cold?
Yes, very cold.
Oh wow, is it nice?
Yes, it's very good.
Queue in there, it's crazy. Can you believe? I've just looked down, said to myself, where's that t-shirt? I left it behind when I was trying to get data on some chair. I'm pissed. To go and retrace my steps now, I doubt it'll still be there. I'll go and look, but I doubt it. Too much. Too much. candlelight thing. Classical music, don't you know? It's a string quartet. And I can't wait. Beautiful in here. Feel at peace, can't wait for it to start. Absolutely amazing. That was the most amazing thing I think I've ever watched. Absolutely, absolutely phenomenal. Oh, I'm so touched, I'm so uplifted. I felt so emotional a couple of times. A couple of times I cried. Oh my word, absolutely. If you get the opportunity, please, please, please do it. Please. It was worth the money. And I paid extra money to sit, you know, where I sat, but actually, no matter where you sat, you could pay the cheaper tickets. No matter where you sat, it would have been phenomenal. It was phenomenal. Absolutely, absolutely amazing. I can't emphasise it enough. This is Westminster. Oh wow. From a different angle. There's so much to see in this country. London is a beautiful place. Look at this. My word. Now, I'm going home. I'm ready for my bed. I'm ready to go and rest. But I'm going home elated, excited, happy. My soul is just soaring right now. I think I've been crying out for something a bit more cultured for a long time, especially after the nightclubs and listening to the popular music that sometimes is quite a negative stimulus. Those two are happy. There's a few concerts that I want to go to, and they're not popular music, they're classical. I want to go to the ballet. I mean, I just want to experience the real riches that I've missed out on all these years. And I plan to. I plan to. If you can get the opportunity, do it. Go for it. You can get tickets for about £20 on Fiverr. Download Fiverr. It's an app, not money. Get yourself a £20 ticket and come and sit here for 90 minutes. You know, if I had any complaint about this, it wasn't long enough.
In the next.
So, I'm back home in bed. It's been a good day. I am absolutely shattered, and again, even with my favourite trainers, my feet are on fire. They're throbbing in a way that shouldn't be allowed. I went to Ronnie Scott's street party. That, you know, as soon as I saw that picture a couple of days ago, I really knew I was never going to enjoy it. And, you know, when I got there must have been a couple of thousand people there. And they were shoulder to shoulder, you know. And, you know, if anything went wrong there, if it kicked off, people decided they were stampeding, there would have been some deaths. Thank God that never happened, but I wasn't I wasn't hanging around to find out. I have to be honest with you, you know, there was a couple of times where in that part of the day I felt overwhelmed, not least going there and seeing everybody just jammed up to each other. That gave me not anxiety but discomfort. And even when I got to Chinatown, as much as I was enjoying it, I suddenly realised that I'd lost the T-shirt that I'd stood up for over an hour getting printed. So that gave me a little bit of stress, rushing back to see if it was there. It wasn't. But they very kindly made me another one, which was nice, because I went back to them and said what had happened. You know, and it was as though God knew I needed to I don't know, come down. And Google Maps took me through St James's Park, and I felt myself come down, like just really drop. I already had grounded myself during the dinner at the Chinese place. So there's a couple of times when it was overwhelming. I don't do crowds very well, and that's going to be a bit of a problem, I think, because at the end of this month I'm going to a big church festival. Just 30,000 people there. So that's going to be interesting. But it's some camping, and I've never done camping. And you get to come on the ride, because I'll be videoing that too. But anyway, I'm not going to let myself stress over that at the moment, because I know that, you know, if I get overwhelmed there, I can always go back to my tent. But what else I wanted to say to you is that, you know, I went to the concert by Candlelight, as you've seen, and as much as it was absolutely wonderful, there was a point where I suddenly clicked in my head. I don't know where it came from. Sonia, you're really alone. That's the second time I've had that thought in my life. I don't know, being alone and loneliness are one and the same, because mostly I want to be by myself. I like the times when there's no one around, you know, when I'm in the house and there's no one here. I enjoy those times. I don't find them difficult to deal with, right? I like the silence. I've told you that before. I like not having to run around behind anyone, you know, pick up after my son or pick up after the dogs, or, you know, I like that, or not have to cook for him or I still have to cook for the dogs, believe it or not. Only because they've got very weak stomachs. You've got to be careful what I give them. But I like that being alone, usually. But today, I don't know. I don't know what happened there. I sat down and the music was so touching and so... While it was uplifting, it was touching. It was... touched my heart, I guess. You know, I've got 3 brothers, a sister, a son, nieces and nephews, quite a big family. I've got cousins all over the place. But that thought popped into my head, and just for that minute, it wasn't a positive feeling. It was quite negative. So I'm telling you that because, you know, you'll see me running about and I'm having fun and it's uplifting and I'm trying to be inspirational and, you know, get you guys to come out and do the same thing or have a go at a few things and just live some life. But there are times that even for me, you know, that feeling of aloneness can be overwhelming. And in those moments I have thoughts of regrets, you know, that things that I could have done differently or the way my life could have been. But, you know, God wants for us what he wants for us, and our lives apparently are planned ahead of time. So I have to be thankful. I have to be thankful that I've got to this point where, you know, I'm not giving up. I'm not lying down in my bed feeling sorry for myself. I'm getting up and I'm doing things. I'm experiencing a beautiful, wonderful world, a fantastic world. I'm experiencing events the likes of which, you know, I wouldn't have dreamed of 10 years ago. I was busy working, busy raising my son, busy giving myself to relationships that didn't, you know, fulfill me in any way, shape or form. They took from me and they depleted me. So even if you are feeling alone, even if you are feeling, you know, a little bit down or lonely, get out. Honestly, get out. Even if it's just a walk around the block. Even if it's just to walk around a museum, they're free. Or, you know, we've got libraries that are the most amazing libraries in this country, just to see them, right? Might find you end up joining one and reading a book instead of watching me on social media. I just wanted to just show you that, you know, whilst you can have a good time, there still will be days when you suddenly are reminded, for whatever reason, that, yeah, that, you know, you're alone. Or maybe even that you feel a bit lonely. But that doesn't mean it has to be all the time, right? No. Anyway, I am tired as a mouse. I don't know where that came from. I hate mice. I'm absolutely terrified of them. So I'm going to bid you all a good night. Thank you for coming with me today. And, you know, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I love you all. And I'm bidding you all a very good night.